to the Coyotes!
Welcome to the Blitz. I'm Frankie Tovar.
I'm Angelina Martin.
And this week we have a Southern League showdown. Denair High on the road facing Orestimba High.
Frankie, this is a big game for Denair. They're looking for their first win on the season. They're 0-6 overall, while Orestimba coming into this game was 4-4 overall and 2-3 in Southern League play.
And the week prior, they lost by a large margin to Waterford, 35-61. We'll see if the Warriors can bounce back.
And not only are we excited of this game because of the implications, but this is our first time in Newman to cover Orestimba, and they have a really nice stadium.
And it was homecoming night, so that means there were a bunch of cool motorcycles on the field as well. Let's see how this game shakes out as we get into the Friday night highlights. Coyotes with the ball first, and they have a decent start. Here's Isaac Martinez with an 8-yard run. But on 1st and 10, things get dicey for Denair. It's a fumbled handoff. Orestimba recovers deep in Denair territory. That's Joseph Flores with the big play.
The Warriors take over with a wildcat formation that proves to be effective. Running back Laz King takes the ball for a ride through the Coyote defense, and the senior pinballs his way to a 13-yard gain. King again runs the ball in the very next play and finds pay dirt from 9 yards out to give Orestimba an early lead.
The Warriors are celebrating, and after forcing a punt, they again bring the heat with King. Here's an 11-yard run on the far side of the field, and that's followed by a clean 16-yard completion from Vincent Lopez to Jaden Vargas, who's wrangled down by Ricardo Vargas. And this 7-play drive comes to an end on the next snap. King gets the call, and he maneuvers his way to a 13-yard touchdown. Orestimba leads 14-0 late in the first quarter.
Orestimba's working the pass game now in the second quarter, and Lopez again finds Vargas, this time for 25 yards. And after a face mask call on the Coyotes, King scores his third touchdown on only his 6th touch with a 4-yard plunger to make it 20-0 after a botched PAT.
And Denair trying to gain some momentum, but it was a case of 1 step forward and 2 steps backwards for the offense. Dropped handoffs and penalties plagued the Coyotes, which kept the ball in the hands of the Warrior offense, and when they had the ball, the Warriors scored. Here's a cap to a 3-play scoring drive, a tremendous 65-yard touchdown run from Kai Brazil. This is the play of the game, and all Denair can do is watch as the junior extends the lead 27-0.
And we have another 3-play scoring drive from the Warriors before the half. Lopez connects with Drake Perez for 12 yards before the junior QB rolls out of the pocket and chucks the rock 46 yards into the hands of Vargas. That's another Orestimba touchdown, and the halftime score is 33-0.
And Denair opens the second half with a curious kickoff. That's actually a net negative, and that sets the stage for the final touchdown of the game, a 14-yard dash from the quarterback. That's all she wrote. Orestimba keeps Denair out of the winners column with a 39-0 win.
Good game, 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 good game. Good game. 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3!
We just won our homecoming game. It feels good, 39-0, you know. We came out and did what we needed to do. Lockdown defense, don't let them score anything, try to rack up the points. You can't do anything without the line. The line did what they needed to do, which allowed me to move how I needed to move. Win this game, win next game, and go to playoffs. All gas, no brakes, give it 110%, everything we got.
Before we move forward with the rest of the show, let's recognize our sponsor. Are you a buyer looking to purchase your ideal home? Are you a seller wanting to get top dollar for your home? No matter what your real estate goals are, if you're looking to win in this market, Michael Rocha is your go-to realtor. Voted Best Realtor by 209 Magazine and Turlock Journal Reader's Choice, Michael Rocha has a proven track record of success throughout the Central Valley. Find out what Michael Rocha can do for you and your real estate needs by contacting him today at 209-485-5228. You can also stay up to date with Michael by following him on Instagram and on Facebook. Big ups and big thanks to Michael Rocha for once again sponsoring this season. Now it's that time of the episode to get into the team's stats, and we'll start with the winners, Orestimba. They had 325 yards of total offense, while Denair, they fell quite a bit behind with 148 total yards of offense.
And to earn all of those offensive yards, they had to have some big offensive performances from Orestimba. Of course, King led the way with 74 rushing yards and 7 carries with 3 touchdowns. That earned him the Blitz Player of the Game. Lopez, he was 6 of 8 in passing. He had 104 passing yards with 1 passing touchdown, but he got it done with his legs too. 29 rushing yards with 1 rushing touchdown. And his favorite target was Vargas, who finished the night with 92 receiving yards and 1 touchdown.
As for Denair, Martinez, number 25, had 65 all-purpose yards. Not a whole lot of stats, otherwise it was a tough game for the Coyotes.
Yeah, this game was clearly dominated by Orestimba. They scored on all of their drives except for one where they had the missed field goal attempt.
Looking forward to next week, Denair will once again face a challenging team in Waterford. They're 5-1 in the Southern League, having just lost their first game against Mariposa County by 1 point, 35-36.
And next week, Orestimba, they basically have what we call the Harvest Bowl here in Turlock, but it is their huge game against Gustina High School, very important to Newman, and this is the 75th time these two teams will meet.
As for the Blitz, though, we'll be in a completely different league with a completely different game. We're talking the C-Cal Turlock High at Gregory High.
Both of these teams are 3-1 in C-Cal play coming into this game. They've both lost to Downey, who really is in the driver's seat of the C-Cal as far as championships go, but these teams are playing for second place unless Pittman can pull up the upset against Downey next week.
Second place and playoff seeding, the ever important concept when you come to the end of the regular season. We'll see how the game plays out between the Bulldogs and the Jaguars, and hopefully by next week's episode, we'll also have a clearer picture of the playoffs. You can find that episode and all other updates at turlockjournal.com, as well as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter if you follow at Turlock Journal. So until next week, I'm Frankie Tovar.
I'm Angelina Martin.
Thank you for tuning into The Blitz.